Only AZ's my Pookie.
Drew, only you're my Pookie.
Mm-hmm.
Jealous.
You're on live.
I know the
Guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Geneva. This is Geneva in General. And tomorrow, guys, is my birthday. So please, I need you to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Guys, it is currently about to be 8:45 a.m., okay, my time here in New Mexico. And you're like, Geneva, why are you posting so early? Oh, you guys will see this later on, okay? Or why aren't you at work, Geneva? Okay, you're in the military. Well, today, guys, I volunteered to work the night shift. Okay, I'll be working 12 to 9, clocking in at work. So I'll be clocking out tonight at 9 p.m. So I'm like, you know what? Let me put out some videos this morning, early morning, before I eat some breakfast, okay? So I can actually upload them while I'm at work. Guys, let's just come out with it, okay? We've all heard rumors about Miss Paige Bueckers and Azzi Fudd, okay? Rumors have been swirling about them, possibly being an item. Again, this is all alleged stuff. And, for years now, people have alleged that they are in a secret, intimate relationship with each other for years. But ever since this past 2025 WNBA draft, when Paige Bueckers, our girl, went #1 overall draft pick, okay, she'd been sent down there to the Dallas Wings in Dallas, Texas. People have been really, breaking down, analyzing the interactions between Paige Bueckers and Azzi Fudd. And it's like people are really pressing them together. People are literally speculating and saying, they just low-key secretly, guys, just hard launched their relationship to the whole world during the WNBA draft.
Good. Deal.
Please allow me to read you an article by Athlon Sports titled Paige Bueckers' Interaction with Former UConn Teammate Sparks Dating Rumors. Nowadays, every public appearance is heavily dissected by fans, especially during high-profile events like the 2025 WNBA Draft. As the Dallas Wings celebrated selecting UConn star Paige Bueckers with the coveted #1 overall pick, a seemingly candid interaction between Bueckers and her longtime friend and former UConn teammate Azzi Fudd set off a social media frenzy. The stage was set at Brooklyn's vibrant draft venue as Bueckers, the star of the night, was preparing to become the first overall pick. Yet with photographers snapping every angle of the event, fans caught a glimpse of a warm, heartfelt embrace and a playful exchange between Bueckers and Fudd. For those not in the know, Bueckers and Fudd's relationship goes way back. Their friendship began at a USA basketball camp in high school, where competition for the same position sparked an unlikely connection. Initially underestimated by Fudd, Bueckers soon proved herself on the court, earning the respect of her peers and forging a bond that would eventually see Fudd join the UConn ranks thanks in no small part to Bueckers' persuasive #GetAzzi2UConn campaign. Over the ensuing years, their journey at UConn deepened their friendship through shared struggles, injuries, grueling rehab sessions, and the pressure cooker environment of elite women's college basketball. Fast forward to the 2025 WNBA draft, sitting side by side at the draft table, Fudd was the first to rise and congratulate Paige after being selected. Now, this is where all the alleged tea began to spill. And so some fans have interpreted this moment as a heartfelt bond stronger than mere friendship. Further adding fuel to the fire, when the camera zoomed in as Bueckers made her way to the podium, she excitedly shouted, "I'm mic'd up, I'm mic'd up." Now, again, that's another thing, okay? You go to give your friend Azzi Fudd, Paige Bueckers went to give Azzi Fudd a hug, okay, the first one at the table. People were like, you know what? Her mother and father was there. Her coach was there. And then she had Azzi Fudd there. I was like, I think they said you can select up to 5 people to be at your table. Most people, they choose their coach, their parents, and their siblings. Okay, if you guys don't know, Paige Bueckers has 3 siblings, I believe. 1 from her dad's side and 2 from her mother's side. And she made a conscious decision to have her mother, her father, Coach Ariema, of course, the man who guided, instructed, and pushed her to her success and in women's basketball. Then of course she had her bestie, her best friend there, Azzi Fudd. And people were like, the fact that she chose Azzi Fudd to be there instead of her little brother Drew or her other siblings. And in fact, the other fact is that she actually hugged Azzi first. And I was like, well, she was sitting closer to her. She was literally sitting right there. She was closest to Paige. I'm like, what y'all want Paige to do? Rise up, okay, when her name was called, hug her mom, her father, Coach Gino, and then Azzi Fudd? No, that don't make sense. I ain't gonna lie. When she went in for that warm embrace, and okay, you hear what's her name? Paige Bueckers say, "I'm mic'd up, I'm mic'd up." She don't want her to say call her a baby or whatever. I'm like, okay, I might see where the speculations and the dating rumors come from. Was it just an expression of profound friendship, or did it hint at a romantic spark? Let's just say fans were quick to connect the dots. While neither Bueckers nor Fudd has confirmed any romantic involvement, in fact, both have reiterated that the relationship is purely built on mutual support and an enduring sisterhood, their strong connection remains undeniable. Again, that's another thing. It's like, from what I've heard, Paige Bueckers, neither Paige Bueckers or Azzi Fudd have said, like, no, we're just friends or whatever. And they have not denied a romantic connection at the same time. Okay, they just said, like, we have a strong bond, again, and they do have a strong bond. Again, I used to think they actually met when they was in middle school. But again, they was playing USA basketball as high schoolers, okay? And I believe for the summers, Paige Bueckers would actually go down to Virginia. If you guys don't know, Paige Bueckers is originally from Minnesota. She would go down to Virginia to stay with Azzi Fudd and her parents, okay, just to compete in basketball. They both torn their ACL together. They've gotten all types of injuries together, okay? They've literally grown a very strong bond, mutual strong bond, love, respect, and genuine support and friendship due to everything they've been through together, okay? Have you ever heard of trauma bonding? Imagine you tore your ACL, and then you tore your ACL. I tore my MCL, you tore your MCL, I tore my meniscus disc, you tore your meniscus disc in your knees. That creates a bond of trauma. It's not always bad, okay? But, beyond just trauma, they have a strong bond and mutual love and respect due to their skills on that court. Guys, here's the thing, guys, if you don't know about women, okay? As women, we are, emotional creatures, and there's nothing wrong with that. I hate when people try to demonize women. Oh, y'all just emotional. No, men have emotions too. As human beings, you're supposed to have emotions. You're supposed to feel, express, and desire deep connections with individuals, okay? Even animals have emotions, okay? Emotions such as fear, anger, laughter, crying, things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But as women, our friendships with the same sex, female and female friendships, can be so strong. Our bond can be just so, it can be such a deeper connection that people will think that, women are in like a lesbian relationship, okay? Ask me how I know. Now, when I was stationed in Florida for damn near 5 years, I had friends, many friends. But, I actually was like, close with a trio, okay? It was me and two other girls. And me and the other girl, okay, in that trio, our bond was so close. It was so tight-knit. We was just so connected, okay? Like, it was like we had just such a genuine connection. We shared so many interests. I was into skincare. She was into skincare. I was into health and fitness. She was into health and fitness. Like, we just mirrored each other, okay? Now, she was from Florida. I was from Ohio. We had that, that was our difference. But, like, our family background was somewhat similar, okay? And, like, we were always, like, just hanging out together because obviously, like, we like the same music. We like the same food. Okay, like, we could be in the same room, okay, when we had to, like, line up for formation. Again, we were in the military, in the Air Force. We both currently are. We're just stationed in different places. And, like, like, somebody would, like, say something, like a sergeant would say something that was funny. Like, we would just give each other, like, a glance and just bust out laughing. Again, like, we shared the same humor and everything, right? It got to the point where people actually thought, like, me and her were, like, a couple. Mind you, she had a boyfriend. I had a boyfriend. I'm like, no, we're not dating. Like, we just cool like that. Like, people don't understand. Like, women, we have a deeper, genuine connection just on a friendship level. Again, people think like soulmates have to be something romantic or sexual. I believe in soulmates and soul ties as friends. Okay, I believe that, a lot of women, we have a deeper connection. A lot of us, if we're lucky, we may actually have a deeper connection and soul tie to our, platonic, non-sexual, non-romantic female friendship than our own men. I'm sorry. Like, a lot of women are like, I feel deeply connected to my friend than I do my own husband. Again, don't ask me why. That's just how a lot of women are as women, okay? That's just how we're wired. Again, we prefer deeper, mentally stimulating, emotionally stimulating, conversations and, overall relationships, okay? Now, there are some women, again, I've heard of some women who, they say, like, I'll take a bath with my best friend. And it's nothing sexual or anything. It's like, that's just how we are. Again, I wouldn't take it that far. I never took a shower. Or, you got some women who, like, they'll get undressed in front of their friends. Now, I don't be doing all that, okay? Again, like, I'm not judging you. You do what you do. I'm going to do what I do. But again, it's just, like, it's not shocking when you see, like, women who are, like, very close. Okay, they may take baths together. They may get undressed together and, like, go swimming. Again, women, we just are we're just deeper connected beings, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. We just like to have deeper bonds. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. And I believe that could be the case with Paige Bueckers and Azzi Fudd. Again, they go way back, okay? They've seen each other struggle with these injuries. I believe that, again, I don't know what's going on, okay? This is not to further speculate, okay? But again, like, I can't go nowhere without people, like, bringing up, like, oh, because this is what had happened, okay? I'm gonna try to insert it right here. Azzi Fudd, on her TikTok, her official TikTok, she had posted some photos, okay? And one of the photos, it appears as though Paige Bueckers is looking at her chest, and she actually inserted that photo last, and they were like, they're trying to drop hints, and they were like, people are speculating that was the hard launch, that Azzi Fudd just hard launched their relationship. They said like, and they saying Paige Bueckers hard launched the alleged relationship during the 2025 WNBA draft night, okay, when she embraced her first and was like, oh wait, I'm mic'd up, like, don't call me baby, don't do none of that mushy gushy sappy stuff, because girl, they got me mic'd up, okay, they're gonna understand what you're saying, okay, and the tea gonna be spilled, the tea gonna be revealed. Overall, I understand, like, whether they got just a deep, genuine friendship connection that's just strictly platonic, or whether it may be something more. It is their business, and I'm sure like Paige Bueckers and Azzi Fudd, they both got like brand sponsorship deals that they need to protect. Again, like, some people do not believe in like, same sex relationships. It is what it is. That's just how you was raised. Okay, I respect it, but it's like, it is what it is. You got to respect other people's opinions and how they want to live their lives. Okay. But I actually think like it would actually bring them more money and attention if they were to hard launch and come out and say like, hey, we're in a deeper relationship. Okay. I don't believe it would hurt their brand, but again, who knows? Perhaps it might. Maybe that's another reason why they don't want, to, be official out in the public. But people have been speculating like the UConn Huskies, their teammates may know about if there were, something deeper going on between them. But they said like Coach Gino, he like Coach Kim Mulkey at the LSU. There are to be no teammates dating each other. Okay, they saying like that's one of his rules. So obviously, like, they're not about to disrespect their coach and saying like, yeah, this whole time like we've been in a secret relationship for the past 4 or 5 years or whatever long. Like, obviously, it's other things at play. Is what I'm saying. Like, perhaps why they don't want to, confirm anything publicly. And again, they shouldn't have to, and they don't have to. All in all, guys, let's just leave Paige Bueckers and Azzi Fudd alone. Okay, whether they are or not, involved romantically, again, that's their business. Okay, but again, I'm making this video. Listen, as women, we are very emotional, deep bonded creatures. We like deep connections and bonds. It does not always, and again, like, usually it doesn't have to be sexual. Okay, let them be soulmates. I'm sure they're soulmates. They have a soul tie on a deep friendship, genuinely deep friendship connection and level. And it's like that should be respected. Again, perhaps maybe it is deeper than that. Let them do what they want to do. Okay, they are grown women. Okay, the fans, is like, I'm sure that like it makes them uncomfortable. They siblings possibly feel uncomfortable. They parents, I'm sure, probably feel uncomfortable, or maybe they know like, y'all just like slow. We've been new the tea. Again, like, it's not for us to understand or know or even find out about. Again, let's just let Paige Bueckers enjoy this moment. Okay, she went #1 overall draft pick, okay, for the 2025 WNBA draft. Azzi Fudd has decided to stay another year in college. Let's see if she can get another championship ring, okay, for the UConn Huskies before she officially declares herself for the next year, for the next 2026 WNBA year draft, okay? Let's just let these ladies enjoy their health, okay? They both, again, they came from some terrible injuries, and they are still champions, okay? They won the championship, okay? Let them enjoy their health, their wealth, and their relationships, okay? And their family, their siblings. Let them just enjoy the ride.